down to the white side of North London with Tottenham. Dominic Solanke seems to be the hottest rumor right now for them at striker, a position they clearly are looking to add a player in. Will they get this over the line, or is that price tag just a little bit too high?
It's a sticking point, there's no doubts about that. I don't think Tottenham really want to play that 65 million release clause because that would take a huge chunk out of their budget. I think obviously talks are ongoing between Tottenham and Bournemouth to see if they can strike a deal for Dominic Solanke. It does seem that the former Liverpool and Chelsea man is Tottenham's top target, as they do seek to bring in a new number 9 this season. He had a great season last year for Bournemouth. I think he scored 19 Premier League goals. He was right up there amongst the top scorers in the league as well. So yeah, I think he could be a good fit for Ange Postecoglou's side. We know Tottenham have had their struggles up front since the departure of Harry Kane. Richarlison's been used there. Son has been moved from his left wing spot to play up front as well. So I think if they could get an out-and-out number 9, it would really be a huge boost to Ange Postecoglou's options. And I think there's a growing confidence now within Tottenham that they could get this deal for Solanke over the line, with the player also believed to be very much interested in a move to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium as well. And the project that Ange Postecoglou is doing right now at Tottenham, I'm sure, is an attractive option for him.
Definitely, and you mentioned Richarlison there. Is any of this deal hinged on Richarlison's potential move to Saudi as well? I know we keep throwing them out there as big money spenders, but as you mentioned earlier, they haven't been doing that quite this summer.
Yeah, I don't think any deal for Solanke hinges on Richarlison being sold. Obviously, if Solanke does arrive, it is going to probably push Richarlison down the pecking order, and the player himself might have to look at his options and move on. There's been long-term interest from the Saudi Pro League in Richarlison. That hasn't gone away, so I do think the Saudi Pro League clubs will be actively keeping tabs on Richarlison's situation at Tottenham, and if he does find himself down the pecking order and if Solanke does arrive, those Saudi Pro League clubs might feel that is the right time to strike to try and land Richarlison. And if the player's not going to be figuring regularly under Ange Postecoglou, he will have a decision to make himself if he feels the time is right to move on. So if a big money offer was to come from Saudi, I think it's something that the player and the club would have to consider.
Definitely, and there has been one other striker rumored most recently if the Solanke deal falls through, and Jonathan David, someone who's seemingly always on that list of potential strikers for big clubs in England. Is that a real one, or just kind of one that's up there in the air to get that Solanke deal done faster?
Yeah, he's on the list at Tottenham. He's been on the list of a few clubs in the Premier League. He's probably one of the most best options in the transfer market this summer. I think due to his contract situation at Lille, where he is now into the final 12 months of his contract, so clubs might be able to land the Canadian for a cut price fee around £25 million. So at that price for a proven striker like that, it could be a real bargain. So that's why I think a lot of clubs are looking at Jonathan David. And again, he's been on Tottenham's list for a long time. As I said, it does seem Solanke is the number one target, but I think if that deal's not able to be done, I'm sure a move for Jonathan David cannot be ruled out, and I'm sure it's somebody that Tottenham are looking at as well. And the player has previously admitted he would be interested in a move to the Premier League. So yeah, he's on the list, but maybe on the standby list right now.
For sure. And in terms of outgoings for Tottenham, one that's kind of been dragging out the entire window is Emerson Royale, who really never got going up and running at Tottenham, but looking to fetch a potentially large fee from AC Milan. Is this still on the cards?
Yeah, this deal will happen at some point. I'm pretty confident of that. It's just been dragging on, much to the frustration of AC Milan. They wanted to get this deal done quite a few weeks ago, but Tottenham have been proving hard to deal with. They have been looking a big fee for Emerson Royale. The player himself is ready for that move to Milan. He's resigned himself to leaving Tottenham, so it's just a matter of the two clubs finally striking a deal, and I do fully expect that to get done. And I think it's good business for Tottenham getting a big fee for Emerson Royale in, and because I don't think he was really going to figure in Ange Postecoglou's long-term plans at the club as well. And they've got Pedro Porro there, who is undoubtedly the number one first choice at right back as well. So yeah, I think it's a good deal for Tottenham and for Emerson Royale as well, as he gets that big move to AC Milan.